Doing it now? All right, let's do it. All right, so Mike, really limited. I have 130, probably less than that now, but 130 of the gold buffalo. What's the story behind this?
Check this out.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely spectacular. I have got, this is NGC, okay? This is the NGC, absolutely perfect. Proof 70 Ultra Cameo $50 gold buffalo that you have here at $27.99.95. Now I had the annex version this morning, our first day of issue. That's a little bit more money, first day of issue. I think it was $29.99.95, and we had 19 of them. I think they're sold out. If they're not, we have 2 or 3 coins.
Okay.
I've got the NGC that you're going to have right here in this absolutely perfect 70. And like I said, not first day of issue, so I'm able to do this at $27.99.95. Now, the American Gold Buffalo is a very unique coin. We talked about how the Kennedy half dollar is the first that we just had, the first regular Kennedy half dollar that's pure silver. Yes. The American Silver Eagle is pure silver. Well, America has made literally billions of gold coins over the course of the years. Those are all, including the American Gold Eagles that from 1986 to today, those are all 900 fine gold, 90% gold as well. You want to add alloys, it's easier to strike the coins, it's easier
especially
to do.
In gold, right?
Especially in gold. Right up until 2006 when they introduced the American Buffalo coin that you see right here. And this American Buffalo coin is the only gold coin made by the United States government. Look at this, 9999 fine gold. So 99.99% gold. Now I have to explain to you, in terms of purity, the last 9 there is harder than the first 3 nines. 99.9 is hard enough, but 99.99 fine is a huge deal. The purity of that, it makes it very difficult to do. Well, because of that, the softness of 24 karat gold is legendary. So to be able to get the coin in proof 70, absolutely perfect, that is what creates the issue. That's what creates the problem. That's why this is this amazing opportunity for you to be able to get this coin in proof 70, absolutely positively perfect, that we're going to have with this. And it's going to have that hammered finish that you see. Now,
and that even makes it more difficult with that hammered finish in the background, correct?
Absolutely positively. Now you may recognize this design because it's an exact and faithful replica of the original James Earl Fraser design of the Buffalo nickel that was first released in 1913. This is a compendium of about 7 different models that he used to be able to do that. The reverse of the coin, of course, is the famous buffalo that was at the New York Zoological Society at the turn of the century, Black Diamond. And so that is who's represented there. And so in the Buffalo nickel, when it was released, the hammered background was not released. Nickel's just too hard to be able to add this. So this is the way he envisioned the Buffalo nickel, but it was never released that way. So here's what we've got. So 1 ounce, absolutely positively pure gold. It is 99.99% fine. More importantly, and very difficult to get, proof 70 Ultra Cameo, absolutely positively perfect. At the best price, I've been able to do a proof 70 Buffalo coin in years at $27.99.95. We had sold because gold had gone up, the gold, the melt value was almost $2,700. Right. So, I mean, it wasn't that long ago. We had to sell this coin for the, $3,500, $3,800. I think we got up as high as $4,000 because this always brings a premium because it's a special issue coin. It's a proof coin. It's West Point Mint. And then the fact that it's certified proof 70 as well. You add all those in, and the collectability of this is absolutely positively amazing.
But who is that collector who goes to this level?
Well, there's several different. First of all, you have the intrinsic value, the fact that it's an ounce of pure gold. So that's important. That's collectible. That's desirable. That's something that you want to put your head around. The fact that it is 70, that it's certified absolutely positively perfect. That American history collector that may collect sculpture or something like that, because you have literally a sculpture piece of Americana right here by James Fraser, done in pure gold in its absolutely perfect condition. So you put all of those things together at the lowest price I've been able to do a proof Buffalo gold coin. And I'm talking about NGC, I'm talking about Annex, I'm talking about any of it. We came in and did an incredibly special price on this at only $27.99.95. Like I said, West Point Mint, 2019, Proof 70, absolutely perfect Ultra Cameo. I think this might be the first NGC gold Buffalo that I've ever done here on the show.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, and also, how often do they do 9999?
Only this coin. I mean, basically this Buffalo coin since 2006.
Wow.
I mean, this is, and understand they don't do multi-denominations like the American Gold Eagle. There's a $5, a $10, $25, and a $50.
Right.
There's only the $50 in this, so there's no other smaller denominations.
Wow.
They did it one time. They did it in 2008. They did 5s, 10s, and 25s. Those are all more than $27.99.95, even though they have a tenth of the gold. Because
funny, because they weren't $9.99.
Precisely.
Oh, interesting. All right. And again, we literally have a handful, and we're in like 95 million households. I have maybe, I don't know what, maybe 90 left. Yep. I actually was surprised how many you brought into that. I'm really surprised how many you could bring in.
Yeah, we went
like
really
19.
deep on these. I spent about $1 million on these to try to get these in here the very first time we've done NGC.
That's cool.
Best pricing.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. I wanna give you a little heads up. This is still to come. Very interesting story behind this. So they're like, hey, Suzanne, this is